Hello again everyone, I'm Nesbit, you're the People of Skyrim, and I think this is about part 14 of the current version of Skyrim and this TPOSC mod pack test. We finished off at Dover Halls yesterday, and I showed you the two-way system. I showed you one part of the way to Dover, or one of the cave systems to Dover Hall, and there's another system as well. So we'll have a look at that, I guess, but we'll go, I don't really want to go reverse order because it takes away the pleasure of it a bit. Now, excuse me folks, in terms of some technical stuff, I did some work around Dragon Bridge with exterior frames per second, and the performance has been improved and corrected, so there's a clash between TPOSC and exterior frames per second, so that area is now dealt with. And we've already been through this system. If you haven't seen this before folks and you're just joining me, so the enemy's been cleared, okay. And that's a very short tunnel system to Dover Halls. Okay, now as I said, this cave system that we're in now is a mirror image of itself. So that's door number one, and you see the way the way it looks there, the Dwemer door, and the actual cave system is just a mirror image of that. Okay, so we're going to be running along, and we'll come to another door that is exactly the same. Now it's down there, but there are things you can find along the way, okay? Armors and so on. Just go in here. And there's some cheats there if you want to use them. Now they seem to have fallen off their racks, but that's not a biggie. But that's up to you whether you want to use that armor or not, and swords, depending on what stage you're at. But you would be at a pretty high level to play Dover Halls. Sorry, to go through Fort Peak and get to Dover Halls to play your home, because it's a challenge. It's a real challenge, folks. Okay, depending which way you go. I mean, it can be relatively easy if you go to the right when you get to the crossroads. If you go to the left, or is that the wrong way around? If you go to the left, it's relatively easy. But if you go to the right, then you've got more of a challenge. So I'm going to, but there are two different cave systems you can explore, okay? So I know it's dark, but that's the way I want my settings at the moment, because we're getting near to the final testing now. You can lighten up the interiors if you want to, alright? It's quite easy with the EMB preset. And I'm just going to come out for a second, folks. I just want to check some. Okay, that's good. Just wanted to make sure on my Discord the stream had been posted, and it has. So let's find our way through this cave. Whoops. Oh, totally missed him. Oh, sorry folks, I just realised, let me get my HUD up and the frames per second, right? Okay. Broomer's also been loaded up. I've been doing some things that I probably shouldn't be doing in the middle of a playthrough, but as they're exterior islands, I haven't been too concerned about it. I've uploaded Broomer, and it's a DLC size on a different island, so on a different landmass, so it shouldn't affect the gameplay at all. And I've done a few touch-ups, like I say, moved some plane markers, whatever, and added a few new textures just to finish off this mod pack. But there will be a final and complete testing after I finished Solstheim, because we'll go back on Solstheim Island in a minute, finish that quest, because one of the things I'm doing at the moment is checking all the interior lightings, okay? For the E and B preset that I've loaded up and that I've made myself for this mod pack called Setting Suns. Now, where's that automaton to? I'm sure I just heard something. Alright, my imagination. Can't see anything. Now, where are we going? I'm totally lost at the moment. What I'm doing, it's been talking. I can hear it. Yeah, there is one. Why isn't he showing up as an enemy? Oh, there he is. Okay, right. Okay, so we came... Let's have some torches light here. It's my own cave system, folks. I still get lost in it. Okay, we came up, didn't we? We're coming up, which means we should be somewhere around here. Here we go, steam. I remember this. I think it's this way. Quite sure it's this way. Or do we come down here? I can't remember now. We're about to find out. Ah, this is the right way. Okay, okay, right, okay. Now we're getting to it. Hello, Python. How are you? Good weekend to you? I'm just going the reverse way, or came back through to do the other cave system of Fort Peak. So I don't know if you've done it before, but yeah, I'm okay, mate. Bit cody, but I'm all right. Okay, this is where it can get fun, folks. I'm just gonna get some flames. Now it's really dark in here, folks, and like I said, I've set these settings now, okay, for you know how I'm going to be releasing the mod pack. So if you want a brighter setting, you can do it easily enough through the EMB. But I sort of want to play the game and see how it looks, you know, the way I want to play it. All right. So now this is where it gets interesting, folks. All right. There's lots and lots of spiders here. You can see. So it's really dark, but you can brighten it up. Now, let's have some fun. Hopefully, where's that oil? Oh, where's that oil? There we go. That should now filter all through. Do you see the trail of fire? I'm out of flames. I could really do with some more flames because there's more oil, look, I can use here. There it goes. It'll filter up through. There you go. You see it all circling around. Wonderful, lovely jubbly. That gets rid of most of them. Nice little touch. I like that myself. This is part of the Fort Peak dungeon, but it's quite a challenge around here. If you've never played it before, okay? It's not an easy dungeon to play. Yeah. Ah, yeah, because you're a little bit behind me, so you'll just be catching up. But the trail of fire. What I've done is I've got to get. I've loaded up this oil and it doesn't work well with the E and B particles. It looks a bit. I don't know. It's I'm going to have to try to find a different oil texture to use, I think. It doesn't work with the EMB very well and the particles that I've got loaded up. But the oil trail, yeah, it does. But the oil trail goes all the way up both sides of these steps, folks, yeah? All the way up these steps, and it filters all the way along to over here. So when you set that fire alight, it literally takes out a hell of a lot of spiders, but there's still a hell of a lot more spiders left as well. So just a nice little touch there, I think, myself. Okay. So it's very atmospheric, I think. I quite like it. And I worked on Fort Hale yesterday that we were in. It was very bright. And that's really quite nice now. That's quite unique and different. Okay, so some automatons you're going to see like this, standing around, because they're damaged automatons, just so you know. So, you know, like you see in Foscar or other parts of Skyrim when you quest. So, you know, they're not always going to be locked into their frames or whatever, or, you know, functioning as you know, as you normally see them. They're supposed to, some of them are supposed to be damaged. This is an old ruin, so that's sort of thinking, you know. Not everything's in perfect working order. And again, this has been quite a challenge for you, folks. There's more than just these Centurions. Now, where am I going? Oh. So I'm going to move with care, because I don't activate too much. I don't want to give too much away, I guess. I mean, some things you can see quite... Oh, what's that? I just heard... Oh, there we go. I forgot about him. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, oh. Oh, that's just a single one. That used to be... That dart there is a single dart. I'll wait for you to cut... Oh, you'll see it in a sec. I'll just wait for you to catch up. That single dart you're seeing now, there used to be like 50 of them here. And then I was cleaning up the file. This was ages ago, maybe a year ago, and for some reason I saw them in the CK, and I couldn't remember what they were, and I thought, oh, I'll move them just in case. I wish I hadn't now, because then I realised what it was I moved. Oh, but there you go. I can always put them back one day. Oh. And as I was saying, at Dragon Bridge yesterday, we saw a frames performance issue. And I said it was exterior frames per second, and it was. I removed the plane markers, readjusted them to work with TPOSC, and the frames returned. So we will go and check that later on, all right? Yeah, good, good. What's going on? Oh, Christ. I didn't see it. Yeah, good stuff, Python, thanks. Now, what did I do with that? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, Christ, that nearly killed me. I got to remember I haven't got my high-powered armor on. I keep forgetting that. I need some more healing as well. Okay, let's cheat. And there's some more potions just to help me on my way. Oh, spider. He didn't seem to see me, so that was good. I see someone else just joined me. Hello. Okay, right. Looks nice. Okay, so. Yeah, ouches, right. Nearly killed me, that one. So that's just one stage of Fort Peak. And the second... Now, this is where it starts to get really hairy, all right? Like I say... Oh, we're starting off with him for a start. He can go. So, you know, if you go to your left when you get to that crossroads of that dungeon system of Fort P, like we saw at the beginning of the first video, stream yesterday and today's stream as well, it's a quick road to the House of Zell. But if you turn right to the mirror image system, well, when I say to the doors that takes you to the second dungeon, it's far more complicated and a lot deeper and a lot more challenging. There aren't many potions to help you folks, so you need to be well stocked up and you need to be well prepared. Again, I'm cheating, and I'm going to cheat because I haven't got much armor anyway. I've got lots of potions, but I haven't really got a good defensive system. And these guys would take me out so easily, so, you know. Oh, I hit the bucket, the rolling bucket. It's better, okay. Oh, oh, oh. Which way am I going? What am I doing? Load door rules. Well, as in, do you mean locked doors? Or not allowed to use them until you hit a certain level? Is that, you can play this dungeon at any stage. The doors through here are easy to access. A couple are locked, which you need, to unlock. But it's in terms of access, you can access the system at any time, mate. There's no conditions on this system at all. There's no conditions placed on this cave system at all. Other than, are you tough enough to get through it? Now, if I'm misunderstanding you, Python, let me know. And again, what I've done is, actually, I won't tell you everything, but actually, I won't say nothing about round here, actually. I'll just play it. I'll see if you pick up on stuff. So, yeah, let me know if I've understood you right there, mate. heal up. Oh, what's my weight, by the way? Alright, we're right for weight. Yeah, you can access this dungeon at any time. And there's a few locked doors. No. I'm with you. Sorry, yeah. No. The one, yeah, the first one, when you come in, do you remember when we started, when you get into Fort Peak, the very first, right, I'm with you, right, so when you come into the first dungeon, or when you first come into Fort Peak, there's no enemies there, so you don't die, right? Right, but when you, right, what will happen is, right, if you load, for example, if we were to leave this cave system to get to the House of Zell, the enemies are going to follow you, okay? And that's, so, yeah, that's exactly the way it is. So if I was to, for example, when we had enemies at the beginning of this cell, then I'm with you, if I came out back up to the mountain peak of Fort Peak, they will load and come out of the cell and follow you, okay? So you got to be aware of that. So, yeah. No, I didn't apply that. No. The enemies will follow you, okay? If that's what you're asking. So if an enemy's aware of me, right, folks, what I'm saying is, oh Christ, let me just get rid of this guy. If, for example, right, I'm at a load door at the end of this cave system, and I've left an enemy alive, and he's aware of me, right, he will follow me through the door into the next cell. All right. So yeah, you're in danger. You've got to basically kill all these people, or sorry, all these enemies, or they will follow you through to the next cell. So yeah, and rightly so as well. Why should I put a condition on that protects your ass? I mean, it is, don't forget, their domain after all. Even the House of Zell. This is all a Dwemer location. In some cells of TPOSC, yeah, you know, enemies don't follow you, but through Fort Peak and the house, and even into the no, they won't come into the House of Zell because it's a player home. So the House of Zell they won't follow you into, but they will follow you once you come out of this dungeon and onto the mountain peak where we were yesterday. And I'll show you in a sec. Actually, I'll show you what I mean at the end of this dungeon. All right. So yeah, I hope that answers the question. I know what you're on about now. Sorry, mate. I was being a bit dense. I couldn't quite work out what you're on about. Okay, here we go. And there are things, a few things to find around here that will help you, but there isn't much, okay? I think, if I remember rightly, yeah, there's a chest there that's got some stuff in that will help you through the rest of this maze, this dungeon, but not a lot. Right, now this is where things really get hairy. Or not as bad as it used to. What's that? A pop in there? This is not as bad as it used to be, folks. I actually downgraded this because people just complained, and I just thought, oh, stuff it, I can't be doing with the complaints. So it was just too much for a lot of people. So I just downgraded it a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through so everything activates at once. There's enemies here that are trigger based, but I'm just going to come through. Right, okay. And I think there's another trigger back this way. Oh, I'm going to die. Oh, I'm going to die. Oh my God. Right, I need to get somewhere where I can have a bit of... Is there another one here? I thought there was another one here. Oh, I must have killed him. Alright. They hit hard. These are hard-hitting enemies, and there's a lot of gas, smoke, and fire that you can set off. There's also other little... oh, what's going on? Oh, that's coming from the top. Oh, Christ. That's the Dwemer automaton from the top tier that we're going to get to in a minute. It's hitting me. Okay, right. I just need to see where all these things are. Okay, let's try again. Let's go through here. There he is. He's moving a lot, so I guess I'll just... there we go. That's it. That's him dead. Okay. I don't know why I'm putting my bow away, because we're about to have some more fun. So I better save here, folks, because that was, you know, it doesn't take a lot and I'm dead. So... okay. What was funny, mate? Oh, come on, come on. Oh god, I'm just going to cheat. I hate locks. I don't know how many lockpicks have I got? 17 or 16? Is it? Oh, lockpicks left 8. Sorry, maybe Mike was in the way. I couldn't see how many lockpicks I had left. Oh, for God's sake. Nope. Let's go back up to the centre. Ah, okay. Okay, so as I said, this is the mirror image of sorry, this is the second cave system of Fort Peak, and it's the most challenging. Okay, I mean, I know I'm cheating and I'm just strolling through it by cheating in terms of the weaponry that I've got, but if you're playing properly, you know, most of these enemies are between, I would say, level 40, 30 up to about 80, and there's no condition on this dungeon. You can come and play it anytime you want. So obviously, if you're low level, you're going to get your ass kicked. But there is a difficult way to. There's a long way to the House of Zell, and this is it. And there's the short way. Your journey and your destiny is linked to whether you go left or right at the early stage of that cave system. Okay, and you can play them at your leisure. You can take followers with you, or you can use some of my cheats if you want to do it that way, or you can wait till you're strong enough to oh, you bastard, to deal with it. But what we want to do is here, I've got to remember now, just to show your point, Python. Yes, the enemies will follow you. So what I'm going to do is here, I'm just going to cheat quickly, because otherwise I'm going to die, alright? Oh shit. Hold on a sec, folks. I'm getting... Okay. I'm just going to unlock this so I can get straight into it and get the key. I need to unlock this box. Oh. Alright, this chest, sorry, to open up this door. So bear with me a sec. Let's just come out of there. That's your prize. Your prize is some gold, alright, for getting through Fort Peak and a player home, alright? And there's the Dwemer ruin key to get out of the door here. Now, I'm just going to save up. Now, when I... Okay, so what I'm going to do is... Now, this Dwemer automaton is going to follow me. He should come out. Oh, there he is. Like you say, I almost died. So, as I said, and rightly so. But if I go into the House of Zell... Oh, Christ, he shouldn't. So, the last three enemies... Oh, come on. The last three enemies... Yeah. Who is it? I can't remember who it is. The mod author. I loaded that up yesterday because it was one of the last few textures that I had to sort. So yeah, so those enemies follow you. There's no safety once you, in terms of this tunnel system. If you go into the House of Zell, alright, they won't follow you because it's a player home. But in terms of this dungeon system, they'll follow you and they'll, even if you were to go through, right, this is the House of Zell, alright, and this is your prize, and it's a basic player home. You want fancy player homes, go in, you know, use some of the other player homes out there. This is just a functional, what you'd say, vanilla style player home, okay? And again, it has got fast travels. So what you need to do is take the key from this lockbox, all right, for the fast travels. I've already got the key, and the fast travels are here. Different locations of Skyrim. But it looks nice in here. I quite like it. So in terms of lighting. So that's that. And if you were to, let's go back now, because now we're going to head back to Solstheim in a minute, folks, and deal with Mirek. And check the lighting on that island as well. Continue the lighting tests for the island. I've also got Broomer loaded up, okay? Now, if I was to go, we came out here, but if I'd ran through here, right, and then gone through this cave system, back to the second cave system or direction that you can travel through Fort P, they would follow me through here as well. But they don't go through the player home. I should have saved one, actually, and tested. But I'm quite sure, because I've done that test before. So, yeah. So now I forgot to pick up the lexicon to give back to Septimus. So what we're going to do is, just because I want to do that, and because I want to travel to the north, because I want to test the the exterior frames per second plane markers around that area. I did it locally. Now I want to do it in game. Okay, and see if I get any issues around there. Yeah. I've got to grab it. I haven't got it on me. So I want to grab that. So I'm going to go to the Meadery. I'm going to run through because we haven't gone past the settlement yet. The refugee settlement, the CC content of the player home there. My lizard on the riverbank. Okay. Now. Getting a large area here, folks, so I'm just going to save. Lots of content around this area and a lot of lighting too. I won't go too fast because I want you to see it nicely. I'll see what it looks like. So, okay, so I'm going to head on up to the Tower of what's it called? I can't remember what the tower is called. Where I got out, you know, where with the Elder Scrolls. So I'm going back that way. That's where I'm going. Towards Dead Man's Rock, which is a TPOSC trap, if you don't know. Yeah, the bridge is Lux Fire. There's, in terms of Lux Fire, what I've done is, with TPOSC, I favoured Lux with most of the bridges where I can. It's all about performance, and it's all about, you know, compatibility. So yeah, that's Lux Fire there. Like I said, it's a big area in terms of all the light sources and everything. So but looking nice, fantasy like, not too oversaturated, bright but not too oversaturated. Time of day is coming up to 10 AM. I just want to check out this giant because I've got some particles shaders from Power of 3 for it. Okay. Okay, so what we're doing here, folks, is we're going to head for Death Rock. And you can find out in your own time what Death Rock is. It sort of speaks for itself, though. It's just a something that I place, one of the many little things that I place into the game. And again, I'm also, while I'm checking the lighting, whether that's interior, exterior, I'm looking for any landscape issues, whether that's, you know, I mean, there shouldn't be any now after all this time, but you never know. It's easy to miss something. So that's, you know, or where the 2020 textures don't meet nicely between themselves and between adjoining cells. So I'm looking for anything that's out of place, of course, you know. So why I'm doing all this, so it isn't just about the lighting, it's about many other things as well. It's about performance. You know, we're running a heavy E&B preset here. I'm streaming, and I'm in most places I'm getting a full 60. There's a bit of fluctuation now and again, but otherwise, unless the exterior frames per second is clashing with TPOSC, or there's some other mod conflict that I haven't picked up for the all-in-one patch, you know, the performance is generally very good. But that's what I say, that's why we're testing all this until the end of, or the middle of November, when it will all come out. The mod pack, the E&B Setting Suns preset, and all the patches and so on. So let me just think. Just got to work out where I'm going. Somewhere around here. I'm looking for a Dwemer Tower, so I can get back in and pick up the Lexicon, because I want to check out the north. So I thought, you know, the Sea of Ghosts, so I thought I might as well pick up this Lexicon while I'm at it, and deliver it back to Septimus and get that all done. It's around here somewhere, I know it is. Sure it is. Oh, and there's something I'm going to show you as well, which I noticed playing locally, which has got nothing to do with TPOSC, but actually the mountain mod that I'm using, once I find it. Oh, here we go. Brilliant. Okay. So I'm just going to go in and pick up the Lexicon, okay? And Dragon Bridge, I'll show you the performance of Dragon Bridge, because I adjusted the... Oh, there's a little bit there that needs sorting out, if that is actually vanilla. What I'm saying about Dragon Bridge is I altered the exterior frames per second mod plane markers with TPOSC, and the frames are back to normal because there was a clash between TPOSC and exterior frames per second. But that's been sorted as well. Another reason we're checking all these environments as well, to make sure that's all okay. Okay, so let's just pick up this Lexicon. The only thing I've got to do now is get a nice texture mod, and it'll probably be Gamwitches, I expect, for the Elder Scroll itself. Okay, and I might use JS's Lexicon textures as well, an update for that, because that's quite a nice mod. But otherwise, most other textures are good. Okay, so cheers, Python. So, just something I want to show you now. I checked vanilla, alright, and this is not TPOSC or any other mod. This is the mountain mod, Majestic Mountains. Right, you see here, this spacing, right? So I need to just patch for that in the all-in-one patch, because I thought, oh shit. So I went into the CK, you know, with, I went back to, so I took the main TPOS file back to just a basic data folder for vanilla, because I've got two folders, my gameplay folder and my building folder, of course, two separate folders for obvious reasons. And in vanilla, this isn't showing up. So this is to do with the models or the changes done with Majestic Mountains. Yeah, so just raise the land. Exactly right. Exactly. So that's all I've got to do is just raise the land. But I just wanted to raise that in case you see that with any mountain mod. If you think it's might be another mod or whatever, just check it. Just check. Sorry, just check the mountain mod on its own in vanilla. Make sure it's not vanilla, or it's not the mountain mod that does it first. Because another mod that does that a lot is, even though it's a great mod and I love it, is Wine Days mountain textures. You'll see a lot of that with his mods, because he's changed either the size of the mesh or something, or the textures out, you know. So yeah, so just be aware that it may not be a particular mod. It could be many different things. It could be vanilla, because you get WizKid, for example, that's put out a patch for raised rocks and grass and all the rest of it. So it can be vanilla, it could be a mountain mod, or it could be a mod author like mine who does my sort of stuff, you know. It could be many different things that cause that. Now, what am I thinking about now? I've got that's it. I want to go and now explore the Sea of Ghosts. And then we're going back. Right, okay. Right, mate. I want to go to Septimus now, deliver him back his Lexicon. And then I want to check the lighting for the Sea of Ghost area. I want to oh, beautiful. I want to check out, we'll check out actually as well the sunrise and that around here, folks. I got a funny feeling because in my local play, some of the scenery, you'll see it, one of the images, the actual image of this video for this stream, it was lovely. That's one of the reasons I'm coming around here to show you. But locally I noticed a little bit of tension in particular cells, and I reckon that's exterior frames per second. So that's why I want to test locally, because it will give me even a better idea of any conflict, for obvious reasons. Because when you stream, you know, there's more stress on the whole system, so any direct conflict plays out even greater sometimes than it does locally. So it's always useful to do these two different types of tests. So yeah, but very nice. I won't waffle on any more on that. We'll just test the area. I'll just give this lexicon back and we'll go from there. Yeah, it's looking very nice, mate, I'll tell you. I will be reloading JK's Septimus Sigmus Outpost mod and a few more of his interior mods. I haven't re-added them since the Bethesda said update to the current version, simply because I just decided to go step by step, you know, get all these interiors sorted, because most of JK's interiors I didn't have to patch for. Some I did, so the ones I didn't have to patch for I didn't worry about. I just reloaded the ones that I was patching for, like in Whiterun with the Bannered Mare, so on and so forth. So I will put back. Yeah. Got a good eye, mate. There's a lot of stuff going on in this preset. It's it's you know, it's coming on along nicely.
And rise to your depths.
And all the interiors as well. It's like yesterday I did something very different for Fort Peak, because I want, when you go into different environments, I want you to sort of get lots of different lighting experiences. So I'm trying to mix all this up as much as possible. But really, I mean, you know, that could be a good 6-month job to do every interior anyway. So I'm going to do some, and I'll do more as time goes by. But they'll all be based on the Lux templates, you know, and looking nice anyway.
Give it quickly. Extra. The swim up the blood. Bear you hence this extractor. It will drink the fresh blood of elves. Come. The box contains the heart. The Dwemer or the last. The Daedric. He in time. But he won't.
Just forwarding this on, folks.
The last to touch it. The
Oh, I've done that.
He asks.
Okay, so I've just got to collect those bloods, but I'm going to leave that. There we go. We're going to go back to the island in a sec. All right. Solstein, we're going to get on with the checking Solstein. Where am I going?
For the secrets I can endure.
Yeah. It's only, again, when there's a conflict with another mod, they're holding steady, mate. Oh, God. I forgot about this guy.
Come closer. Bask in my presence.
Yeah, as soon as those frames start to fluctuate in major ways, then you know that there's something going on. Sometimes it can just be, again, you know, like for example, if I'm at Whiterun, when I'm playing locally, the frames are really stable. But I noticed in stream, there was a drop around right that Whiterun area between 7 and, you know, 56, 59 fluctuation. But that's okay. It was only a fluctuation. When I was playing locally, they held. So I'm not worried about that. You know, but you know when they're like at Dragon Bridge yesterday, you could tell there was definitely a conflict between one mod and another. And as I said, I thought it was exterior frames in TPOSC, and it was, and the corrected those the stability of the frames. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on, folks.
I am Hermaeus Mora. I am the guardian of the unseen and knower of the unknown. I have been watching Your continuing aid to Septimus renders him increasingly obsolete. He has served me well, but his time is nearing its end. Once that infernal lockbox is opened, he will have exhausted his usefulness to me. When that time comes, you
I don't
shall
pay for
take
Python,
his
I just wait for
place
this
as my emissary.
dialogue text to play out.
What say you?
Oh god. Piss off, you piece of black shit. How's that? Well, we'll play the game, I suppose.
Indeed. Speak with me when the box has been opened, and all shall be revealed.
Right, okay, so now we got rid of that twat, let's move on. And just say, there are areas that are difficult, or you know, it can be temperamental for sure. When I'm playing vanilla TPOSC, I generally see little in terms of frame problems and stuff like that. But as I ask more of the system and I put more and more in, then sometimes there are some areas, Helgen area, you can lose a few frames there. I did have a conflict around that area, around Pinewood. I corrected that for the last TPOSC update and saw the frames improve. But occasionally there's a bigger fluctuation in that area. Sometimes white run when I'm streaming, but not locally. So I sort of think generally, I think Skyrim's changed a lot as a game since the LE days, you know, and its performance too. And with all things, I think if you're running a set of mods and a load order that's pretty stable, with the supporting patches all in place, and you're just locally playing and you're not over-stressing your system, it'll perform really well. I find it does, but if you over-stress that system, then yeah, you soon start to get issues, and you know, the frames will reflect that as well. Let's just slowly go through, see what we get through the night. But I do want to go down through to the early morning. Hopefully it's not all going to be snow, because yesterday some of the you're on LE, mate, yeah? Here we go. Okay, this could be interesting. I was hoping to have a nice sunny day, but it's going to be foggy. Yeah. Well, again, LE, you know, again, you know, after all these years, it does what it says on the tin. And again, if you run things well, yeah, it should perform good, you know. I haven't played it now for years, obviously, because I've been playing SC, but right, okay. I just let it go, mate. It's too much, you know. And as soon as Artmore and everyone else stopped updating their mods, and some people were updating, some didn't, and LE was updated, of course, as well along the way. It just become a nightmare to ever have it functioning properly, with so many different mods that either weren't updated or wasn't maintained or wasn't looked after. So for me, I just thought, oh, fuck this. And then, of course, because it was problematic for TPOSC, I just removed the mods, because I know that's a bit unfair. People wanted them, but it was, you know, I'd have people come to me talking about issues that had nothing to do with my work, you know. And I was trying to say to them, you know, this is the reasons why, and they didn't want to hear it. So I thought, stuff this, you know. It was enough to do all the work for TPOSC and the other versions for SE, let alone LE as well. You know, I mean, honestly, it was hard work. I thought, fuck this shit. You know, it's not that I didn't want to. I tried for a while and I just gave up in the end, because I realised as I was investigating it more and more, it just wasn't going to work, you know. And people didn't want to listen, so fuck it. Why should I waste my time, you know? Well, most didn't want to listen. Not everyone, most. So, you know, people are stubborn. I'm the same, you know. They like what they like. They don't want to change. But unfortunately, just with what happened with LE and SSC, you know, it did change things. It's no more right than this current update, right, of Skyrim. You know, this mod pack was for SSE and AE, but because of this current update for the current version of Skyrim, and like the previous streams, yeah, if you look at my previous streams for this mod pack, it was for SSC and AE. But because Arthmore's unofficial patch has now got CC content in it, because of the forced changes of the current version of AE, you know, of the current Skyrim version, and he was forced to put in CC content into the unofficial patch. My hand was forced as well, because this has alternate start and other mods that uses the unofficial patch. So SSE users lose out now because my hand was forced, you know, and that's just the way it is. There's nothing I can do about that, and it pisses because you can use TPOSC with SSE or AE because it has no dependencies. The People of Skyrim Complete, but as for this mod pack will just be for Anniversary Edition. This is a shame. I mean, this is nice, but you should have seen it yesterday when I was playing locally, folks. Some of the lighting I got was absolutely fantastic. In fact, so much so, I want to see it in streams. So I'm just going to go through and see if I can get some of this light. Let's just start with this a minute and just let the game play out. I mean, the detail is nice on the ice as well, and of course we've got TPOSC enemies along the way here. So oh shit! I hit the ice. Bollocks. Yeah, I'm running realistic water 2 at the moment. Just look back on ourselves. I've been playing around with some other settings within the ENB preset and in the picturesque INI file, or the, you know, in the data folder. So, oh, what a shot! Got him. Okay, then let's just go through. Let's go through another hour. And see if we get some of the more. Okay, so that's you saw there before the the sparkly lights come in. They're more darker at night, and then we get these lights, which is because I've got animated stars loaded up. That's why we've got these sparkly lights. You can turn the animation off for the stars, folks, if you don't like it in the ENB preset. All right. Okay, then we're getting into the now. I hope the weather holds. Why just and we get some sun. Right. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna have a nice sunrise. So we'll just let this play out because now the coloration there for me looks lovely. Just again, what I like about this, folks, what I really like about this is the foreground and the background and the middle ground. Everything seems to just flow nicely into itself. There are certain times with this preset where, and forgive the terminology, but it really turns me on. I mean that in aesthetic pleasure, it's just beautiful. And there are some real good ENB presets out there that does that for me as well. But I've been trying to get one that, you know, does it more often than not. I mean, you're never going to have an ENB that looks pretty all the time because of different weather systems. But yeah, you know, I like this ENB preset at the moment. It's coming along really nicely. Yeah. Well, what's the ode saying? Red sky at night, shepherd's delight. Red in the morning, shepherd's warning. And what's it? Lord of the Rings. Blood's been spilt this night. I mean, it made me laugh when the elf said that. I forgot his name now. Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas. When Legolas says, yeah, I mean, you're in the middle of a war, so, you know, blood's been spilt every bloody night, you know. I mean, that's real, you know, great insight there, Legolas, you know. There's my bears, added bears over there. You've got a lot of other bears. Oh, look at that. You've got a lot of bears and skeletons on this coastline. Lots of other enemies, okay. Let's see if we can get a nice single shot here. Stay still, bear. Where are you going? Oh, wonderful. Look at that. Lovely. Now this is what I wanted you to see, folks, because the coloration here now, and I just love this. This is why I still like Skyrim, folks. You know, I don't get to play the quests very often, you know. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. I don't get to play the quests very often, so you know, I haven't played the game to death in the sense of a lot of people have been playing all the quests and everything. In fact, a lot of it I can't even remember because most of what I do is build and test. You know, and as I don't touch quests, all I have to do is to make sure my locations nav mesh, everything nav meshes, all the nav meshes right, everyone paths correctly. There's no crashes within the cells and transferring from one cell to another. So, you know, I'm not mucking. I'm only mucking around with certain elements of the game, and I know my job, you know, and I know what will affect them and what won't. So, I mean, in this all-in-one patch, actually, there isn't. There we go. The sun's coming up, folks, and the lighting on the water. So, so yeah, that's the E&B preset setting suns that I've been working on. I mean, for example, in this patch, there is an update because I've had to remove a marker and do a little bit of nav mesh correction for just outside Riverwood because Hadvar wouldn't path into Riverwood with some of the current changes I made and with some of the extra mods that I've loaded up. So although I say I don't affect quests directly in terms of dialogue or other stuff, my nav mesh or the movement of markers can affect the functionality of the quests, so I just have to be aware of that. But like I say, I'm well aware there is limitations to the amount of I'd say damage I can do to a quest, and if something doesn't quite work properly, generally it's a very quick thing to fix. It's just a nav mesh correction or a marker placement or something like that. So you know. Or the only time it gets really complicated is if my mod is clashing with another mod, and there's a 3 or 4 way multiple mod conflict, which can happen easily. Oh, I don't want to kill the Hawker. The Hawker's done nothing. So so yeah, I mean, when you get multiple mod conflicts, that's when it becomes a real bitch. But that's why you always base test your mod first, you know. You test it at the base level, vanilla, no other mods, no textures, no nothing, just vanilla and TPOSC. And you do that till you're sure everything's okay, then you can move on. Okay, so I just, again, this is all very much about this particular test right now is about the lighting. Oh, shit! And there's another one. There's something else going on here. What did I just see? I know. What was I saying? I don't believe it. How did I miss him? He moved just like a Matrix move there. Okay, so I can't remember what I was saying now, folks. I'll just move on. Just carry on. Okay, so yeah, it's very much like, and actually, I'll tell you what. So far, touch wood, I'm in the cell where I felt a little bit of pull, but I'm not feeling it in stream. So that's a bit strange. Maybe it's just a one-off thing, but I'll test again locally later. Just be doubly sure and check any plane markers around this area. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, oh, another bear I can hear. Where is he? Where's? Looking at my HUD, I can't see him. He's not showing up. Let's just move on a sec. I've got my bow ready. Nice. Here's some more wolves. Nice. Okay, so we just saved them. The frames are holding nicely as well, as we see no issues with the frames. So far, touch wood. Again, looking very nice. Very pleased with the E&B I've got at the moment, folks. 2020 textures, so... Yeah. Okay, right, now let me think. We want to now, oh, I know what I can show you. Oh, of course, I've just dawned on me that we've already been to oh, hold on a sec, folks, just deal with this badass. Got a couple of badasses around here at the moment. an arrow in the face. Let's get rid of that bear. Oh, I was hoping he was going to run into that arrow, but he not. Oh, I just hit something, but it wasn't the bear. There we go. Okay. Oh, the hawkers are pissed off at me, are they? Never mind. They'll get over it. The watchers. Now, these watchers move. No matter where your location, they'll be staring at you. If I was to run, over there, they'd turn and face me. Hence, that's why they're called the watchers. You all know that. What I'm saying is these aren't static statues. They're the animated ones. They'll follow you wherever you are, except for if you go behind them. Now, my point is I was going to say something here. We've already been to Solstheim and we've picked up the key for Fan Zeldin, alright? So we're going to use it. We're going to go through the cave system, alright? And we're going to use it. And of course you've got that pathway cave over there. Pathway cave, sorry. Which we've already seen in the previous stream.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So. Let's head towards the Dwemer Tower. Let's have a look underwater while we're here, I guess. Okay. So now the weather's changed on me and it's decided to go cloudy and snowy, which is nice. I mean, it's not unnice, but like I say, when you're streaming, you really just want those, those real nice weathers and foggy bits and, all the best bits really, so people can see the best bits of the mod. But this is nice as well, the snow on the trees, 3D trees and fluffy snow and all the rest of it. So if you've already been to Solstheim, right, and you picked up the key, you could have gone through this cave dungeon, right, via the island, the Solstheim island. But if you've got the key and you've come back to Skyrim, I've just heard an enemy behind me. We'll read. I'll just die. Right, thank you. Is there okay, so we'll just read Soul's little sad tale, shall we? Where is he? Here's an old Dwemer chest at Raven Rock, which we've already picked the key up from. And he gave up his knife as a trade for the info. That might have been a big mistake by the look and the state of him. And so there you go. So again, a backstory that later will lead to a quest and adventure. But for now, you've just got a tunnel adventure. Okay. Let's see what the lighting's like in here. Okay. We just check out what the lighting is like in here. I have edited, I think, for this, for the EMB preset. Got to be careful because from the beginning it's a tough cave system. I'm about to fire an arrow. Look at where it's headed. One single shot arrow, but if it hits you, depending on your level, it'll kill you. So in terms of the Solstheim quest, because we're going back there now, it's learn the word of power. That part of the questing. Oh, he hasn't heard me, so that's good. Now this is one of the lesser intense caves of TPOSC, but the enemies are still got a bite, literally. Okay. And again, you know, I will say I've got a very dark interior setting set up for my personal taste, and for this testing, I've done lots of streams where it's been really light for you guys to see. I can see from the screen actually, you can still see quite well, but you know, I just want to test a darker preset, because this is how the ENB will go out, with a much darker preset. But you can adjust, as I said, interior and exterior night settings, okay, so through the ENB preset very easily. And as I said, I will do a technical video so you can see how to do all that, folks, when the preset and mod pack comes out. And like I say, if we carry on like this, I just want to check Broomer as well. And like I say, finish off Solstein, finish off a bit more editing of the preset. And like I said, as long as we get no surprises now, we are getting there, you know. It's all the interiors are starting to take shape. I've just got to again check Worms 2 from Foscar in my own private time, just to be doubly sure and happy about that's all okay. Because we've done that a few times in a stream now, so I'm going to do those tests locally. Alone, and not worry about... oh shit, I missed them. Now, there are several traps that you can hit here, obviously. Well, not obviously, but, you know, if you know my work, it is obvious, I guess. You know, you've got some... and some of them are unusual as well. They're not your standard sort of traps that you get. You know, a lot of them will kill... Some, well, not a lot, but many will kill you outright. Now, why haven't they... Oh, I know, because they come up behind me. That's right, the triggers are a bit further up. And they should come up behind... Or is it where I put the... Actually, I'm not going to show you everything. No. I'm just going to go on through. Again, by now, you should... Oh, Christ. Oh, here we go. This is where it might get a bit messy. And again, I love the fact that when you get hit by... Oh, Christ, I didn't see him. That's because, you know, I was blinded by the fire, and I really like that. If you get hit by dragon fire... Christ, I almost died. If you get hit by dragon fire, right, or any kind of flame, you go blind for a second until you get out of the flames. Now, I don't know if that happens. I can't remember now if that happens with other ENB presets. It's been so long. I've been doing this for 4 months now, or nearly, so I can't seem to remember what other presets do or other mods do. But in this preset, if any flames, if you look, not so bad with a small flame, right? It all seems... But you look into a big fire pit, like if you're in High Hrothgar, or if you're in Whiterun, Dragon Reach, or if you're in Iverstead, you'll look into a big fire pit. Everywhere, all around you will be, you know, tinged more in darkness, because the fire pit is affecting your retina and everything, and the strength of light. And you get that with torches, and you also get that, you know, when someone's using magic against you, and it blinds you, and so you can't always see your enemies. And I really like that. Now, I know with vanilla, I can still see the enemies. I can still see everything around me, and so I've really worked on that in getting the contrast and saturation and other toning maps and the different elements of the ENB preset to give a real nice effect like that, and to work like that, you know, when you're dealing with fire. Now, got to be smart here. Now you'll see why I'm taking out this webbing, because there's a lot of webbing here that needs taking out before you can push through, and you'll see why. Oh, what's going on? It's oh, that's the... Did you see that? That normally goes off every time. That goes off every time. Is it because of this dumbass thing? Oh, it's got to be. Normally you'd be wreathed in flame here, folks. Hence why... oh, it's still not done. So normally that sets off. That's the first time I've never seen it set off, so I guess this spider's got something to do with it. It's a bit annoying. I was looking forward to showing you that, but there you go. Okay, we're going to come out on the island now. Is there anything here? I don't... Like I said, there isn't much here in terms of help. You don't find much help in my dungeons. You know, I want to kill you. I'm not looking to help you. There are some scrolls and potions along the way, but I didn't show you those because I don't need them. But there are. You've got to find them, but they're not easy to find. All right. Like I said, there are many roads to Sovngarde, folks, and that's what TPOSC is about. It's about changing up the Skyrim gameplay, so you're not sure all the time. You do travel a bit more carefully. You know, you've got to think about what you're doing. You're not omnipotent anymore, you know. And maybe for the first few times of playing the People of Skyrim, you know, you'll enjoy it. But after a while, you'll get to know it as well. But that's why I'm always bringing out new content and questing and always thinking about new ways of fucking the players over, really, if I can. and getting them enjoying it as well. Not making it obscenely hard, but, you know, certainly more of a challenge. It's my job to fuck you guys up. That's the way I see it. Not in a bad way, of course, you know, with a crap mod, but in a mod that produces some, you know, good locations and content. So we come out by these lot, the little small guys and girls. I can't remember what they're called now, off the top of my head. I guess, yeah, I suppose, like, you know, like some of the other mods, like, yeah, damn, yeah. Yeah, I suppose, mate, yeah. Oh, God's sake. Jesus. Just die. Okay, so I'm in the middle of talking. So, let's just save up. Again, we're going to be looking at frames. We're going to be looking at lighting. I'll just let you know, right? I'm running 3D trees, and I've just found, I didn't know it existed, but I just found a mod that patches these trees so they make it like 3D trees. And I haven't loaded it up yet. I've got to test it. So I must load that up later and test it. So it'll make these trees, these vanilla Skyrim trees, like Matthew's trees. Okay, so I'll be adding that to the mod pack. Yeah, hungry like the wolf. So I'll be adding that to the mod pack as well. Once I've run it through Xedit and I make sure it's okay, I'll add it to the mod pack and then check that it works okay in game as well. So what am I doing? Where am I going? Oh, okay. Right, I'm going to learn the word of power. So that's this way. So we'll keep your eye on lighting. We'll keep an eye on landscape, water, everything to make sure everything looks good. And we'll check how the days move between dusk and dawn and so on. And we'll look out for any other issues that we might see. And be checking interior lighting as well, of course, of dungeons and stuff like that. Okay, we've been going 108 in time, and it's actual time's 1:32. So 15 more minutes, folks, and I'll be leaving for lunch. I'll stop for the day, have some lunch and some drink, and I'll be back Monday, because Sunday it's going to be family. Okay, so we're moving past this and beyond. And again, it's useful to have a jump mod, again, if you're not being a purist, and especially for a tester's point of view, because I'll say it again, it is really good, right, to travel across mountainous ranges and through the areas where you can't normally go, especially in terms of testing cell transitions, because I learned long ago with TPOSC, right, running the roads and running all around, oh Christ, I wasn't expecting to see him here. He's in the middle of bloody nowhere. It's good to do this because you can pick up on, I don't know, you know, on, oh, here we go. Let's just take this guy out. You can pick up on potential problems, folks. That's paralysed him, I need him again. That you may not necessarily pick up on going via the roads and stuff like that. I don't think that guy's dead. Sorry, that troll's dead, so I'm just going to make sure that we've dispatched him. Yeah, he's not. Look, he was just paralysed. Ah! Fucking excellent. Great shot to the head. Okay, where am I going? Make sure I'm not going the wrong way. Just put a marker on that. Get out, what's going on? Okay. It's looking nice around here though. The rocks, the snow, looks good. Nice ore vein there. Now, before I start, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go this way, I think. Oh, I updated my drivers for my graphics card. I've resisted for a long time because when you open the CK, I opened up my no, mate, I didn't. Oh, we've got a dragon. I must be close. What's going on here? Ah, right, okay. Right, yo. That's a nice little surprise. I've come up the other way. Let's just... There's a nice little surprise for you, blood dragon. Die. Now I've just had something come alive. Where is it? I just heard it. It just popped. Ah! Yeah, missed. I'm better than you. Yeah, very good. I didn't know that. Right. There was another enemy. There was another enemy, I thought. There he is. Yeah, red. Let's just deal with this guy that's going to... Oh! Yeah, fucking excellent. Okay, right. Oh, hello. Okay, so we got the word of power. Okay. Let's save just in case. Let's get that word of power loaded up. No, we'll stick with unrelenting force for now. No, let's have dragon. Okay, so see the nice moon rising here, folks. What time of day is it? Nice. Okay, so where are we going? All right, let's remove that marker. Journal. Okay. Okay. Let's put a... Actually, I could go to the village. It'd be quicker, wouldn't it? Oh no, we'll travel. We'll do it properly. We'll just travel towards it. Looks like we're traveling towards the moon. Yeah. Hungry Like the Wolf, Duran Duran from the 70s. Sorry, early 80s. Now, who was that? Blue Moon. I'm just thinking of the 70s version. Who sung that? They were like a group of three. They were really harmonic. Can't remember the name of the dance. They're on the tip of my tongue. But hey, this old mind of mine is failing me. I know there's been several versions of the Blue Moon song, but I was thinking of the 70s one, the band that, you know, that I saw when I was, what, 12 years old, something like that. Okay, oh, is this it already? Am I? Christ, I'm already on top of it. Okay. Alright. Oh, I remember. We get this horrible little black creature, don't we? Yeah, D. Martin as well. That's right. Yeah, there's another version. Yeah. Oh, wrong shout. Blinking. I forgot to change me. Bend wheel. It's that one, isn't it? Just wait a second then, because we're gonna have a funny little creature come out. If I remember rightly. No, I have to wait a second. Yeah. Yeah, there's been several, more than one version of done. Well, multiple, I guess. Okay. Okay, we're in. Oh. I'd get out of there, folk. Just die. That's what I like to see. Brilliant. We defeated the lurker.
What am I doing out here at this hour?
Wow, that's quite cool. Look at that lurker, look. Isn't he an ugly motherfucker? Oh, excuse my French, folks. God. Okay, we're back to that guy, are we? Okay, let's bring up the map. He's not very pretty, is he? He's a bit scary, that creature, I tell you. Right, let's travel fast to the Salak village. What time is it? Oh, I gotta eat. I'm so hungry and thirsty. God. Oh, busy day. Okay.
If anyone can help us now, it is you.
The air is different. We are safe, which means you have succeeded. So it is. You have proven yourself an ally to the Skull, and so the Skull shall be allies to you. If you have released the Windstone and broken the hold on my people, perhaps you can do the same for the rest of
And both I
Solstar.
like, yeah.
I doubt it will fully stop.
It'll probably be a
whatever
simple
Mirak is
sandwich
doing,
to later, mate.
but it may slow his progress.
Yeah, cheese and tomatoes, something like that. And got some meat later. Evening tea, so.
I cannot help with that. None here can. It is a dark thing. Seek him out to the south. Be cautious, Dragonborn. There is something else at work here.
Indeed. Okay, so that's good, folks. We've had a very good stream. You know, the frames are good. The lighting's wonderful in here. Look, this is Lux for you. So, I'd imagine. Lux templates and stuff. So, this is good. The interiors have been good so far. I'm just going to say, what I am going to do... Should I do that, or should I just... No, we'll leave Dragon Bridge. We can go back and test Dragon Bridge in the next stream or something. We'll stay on the island. So the Salak homes are good. The Salak homes look good. The land looks good. Let's just go through the night. No, let's just... Yeah, what time of day is it? Let's just have a look at the sunset. We'll go one more. Okay, we've got that nice picturesque sky coming in, which has been adapted for my... Which has been adapted for my E&B preset, of course. But the snow on the roof looks nice here. That looks lovely. That's a lovely... Actually, we'll have that for the next stream, folks. Bear with me a second. I'm just going to indulge myself. Oh, I must see if iQuip has been updated as well. That will make a nice F12. That's the next picture for the next stream, folks. I think that's bloody lovely. That's spiffing, if you ask me. Okay. And I'll bring the HUD back up. Actually, no, I'll leave it off because I'll be doing some... A picturesque is an E&B preset. But the first part... a picturesque comes in two files. There's the first part where the guy... edits the sky, and so there's an ESP and INI file with some texture files for the sky, and that's what you're seeing there. Okay, but I've edited it to suit my... But the second part is the E&B part of his mod. Now the first part you can use because it's just for the sky. It just alters the sky. So with my E&B preset, I've used the picturesque first part of the mod, which he allows mod authors to use. So, and that alters my sky a little bit, along with some other edits that I've made for the E&B preset. So you're seeing picturesque at work here, along with other stuff as well. So, yeah. I'm using, for example, because I like Fireman's presets a lot. Fireman gave me permission to use his re-engaged preset for this lighting mod that I'm using. Okay, but obviously it's completely different the values now are completely different. I've just left the name there because it's his preset that I built upon, that I used. This preset was you know, was the platform for me to build this EMP preset on. So obviously it's very, the preset values are very different from his values. All these presets are completely different. And of course I have different BMP files and cube map variations and changes. You know, they've been edited as well. So it's nothing like his anymore. But you look at this photo, look at that. Actually, that's lovely. I'm gonna have another. I'll come back and have another screenshot here. I think. Let's just say it's really pretty. So yeah, so because this EMB preset is a mashup, and yeah, that is just so nice. Wow, that's even getting better with the lower light. I think that is really nice. Okay, what am I doing? No, that's not it. So let's just that's nice. We'll leave it there, folks. That's really nice, and I need to eat. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice.
It's been many winters since.
So yeah, this EMB preset, like I say, is a mixture and a mashup of many different files from 4 different EMBs, right? So I've mashed up about 3 or 4 different EMBs, different components that I'm allowed to use or I've got permission for, and then what I've done is I've edited some of the tint mask files and other stuff and the EMB presets for whether it's night settings, day settings, interior settings, and it's, you know, and edited multiple weathers and other stuff. So yeah, but as you can see, you know, throughout the stream we're getting some very pretty environments. Well, I think so, from my eyes anyway. I'm really growing into this preset. You know, and I didn't like it at first. You know, there was a lot that was wrong with it, but we're getting there. So yeah. All right, folks. I think it's a good place to come back and Monday, and a good place to leave it. Python, thanks for your input, mate. Thanks for joining me again and sharing your time with me. Jack or anyone else who's been with me, Strictly, or any other individual that I haven't met yet, thanks for listening in. Thanks for sharing your time. It's Saturday today. I keep thinking it's Sunday, but it's actually Saturday. Thanks, Python. So I'll see you all Monday, okay, if you're about, because Saturday it's going to be family and local testing with what time I've got free, and some more patching and stuff like that. Yeah. But like I say, it's coming along well. The frames have held good, the lighting's good, and I think we're getting there. Slow but sure. Okay, I'll see you Monday, folks. Take care, Python. Have a great weekend. See you all soon. I'm Nesbit. You're the people of Skyrim. Good gaming, folks. Oh, I ain't going to do it. That would do it.